Baller.
Hello and welcome to session 10 of Taking a Springpeek. I am the host and DM, as always, Michael. And we have with us tonight Matt, who of course plays everyone's favorite elf, Zintris. And we have Mel, who plays a tiefling in the party, Velky.
Damn. Thanks.
Well, I felt it might be rude to Jer if I said everyone's favorite tiefling.
I just say what my dad says. My equal number one daughter.
Yeah. I guess I could say everyone's favorite tiefling in the church, but maybe that's also not true. Because
okay, that would hurt me a lot.
Maybe people really like Barry.
I am the equal number one tiefling.
Yeah. All of our players are treated equally. Usually. At least I treat everybody equally. The dice do not so.
Valid.
Isn't that right, Matt? Now then, important question. Oldie but a goodie. Neither of you have answered this before. High school AU, prep, jock, goth, or nerd. What is your character?
Can I be both? I mean, two things? Like converging on the spectrum?
Sure, I did tell Callie and Rose that they could be a combination, but I don't think you can be a combination of more than two.
No, that's fair, because if you look at it as a radial spectrum, there you can only, yeah.
So...
a prep going through a goth phase?
That's actually a really hard question.
See, that's interesting that you say that, because I was watching back the VOD and you immediately said nerd.
Me?
No, Mel.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but like if I'm gonna be a converging on a spectrum of some sort, like I'm trying to think of which one.
Right.
Like, is it a nerd? Is it a prep nerd? Or is it a goth nerd? Because...
We all know it's a nerd.
Probably goth nerd.
Goth nerd. So we got two goths here in chat tonight. That's pretty interesting. Is there any particular reason you guys have picked? I mean, prep, I understand, Matt. Zen, clearly, we actually touched on that a bit last session. A little bit of preppiness there, but why do you think he's going through a goth phase? Is it because of all the black?
No. He is moody as fuck, though.
Ah.
Is he? Hard to tell. Maybe he should share his feelings more. I'm kidding. I love him.
Why is Velky going with goth?
Other than the fact that he's a death cleric?
Yeah, other than that.
I would also like to cite that he is moody as fuck.
Well, fair enough, you two. Fair enough. Oh, man. No, that's good. It's good to know these things. Can't wait to see what the rest of the people, and by the rest of the people, I mean just Jer, I guess.
Callie answered? Oh yeah, I guess Callie has answered.
Yeah. Man, didn't occur to me that it's going to be tough to do all these when there's two of each in each episode, but we have an odd number of people. So
that's okay. Just as when Jared comes on next, ask them a question and then somebody else a different question.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You're right. You're right.
But one that Jared has already answered. So
yeah, so it doesn't just become a bigger problem.
Yeah.
So anyway, our last session of Springkeep had some interesting moments. I feel like it had a very Velky-centric episode.
Was it?
Kind of.
I don't remember that. Velky didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
Starting immediately, you guys didn't decide to chase after the gnolls that attacked you. And I mean, that was more of a group decision, but I mean, like, was there any particular driving force to not chase after the things that just attacked you?
They're just things that are attacking you.
Fair.
Yeah, like, why
I mean, it's
raise-
not like I hunt down every bug that lands on me, you know?
You don't need to waste the effort hunting them down when they're A, kind of in the direction we're going anyway. B, like, they are just being gnolls.
Also,
They're just
would like
being
to
gnolls.
clarify that Velky did mention that he was a little worried that they would come back after them, but everybody was like, no, it's fine, don't worry about it. We're going after them technically anyway.
Right. Do you think that was the right choice, or do you think you should have actually chased them down?
I think it would have been fine either way, honestly.
They did eventually catch up.
Yeah.
We immediately murdered them.
That was a very efficient fight, you guys.
It was.
Which I kind of was really happy for, because you technically fought 2 sets of gnolls in one day. I think that's been our first, like... Well, I guess no, you guys did multiple fights in the dungeon in one sitting, so... Not the first multi-fight same day thing, but one of the few.
Yeah, those are always fun.
Yeah. That's kind of how the D&D tracking, like, encounter system is supposed to work. You're supposed to do so many fights in one day, but I mean, like, how unfortunate would that be if you're always, every day, having to go through multiple fights?
No, I like it when it's kind of spread out. Then we get the reaction of the fight as well.
Yeah. And it's always fun to, like, be able to go into a fight with your full arsenal.
It is.
That
Plus,
way
we're
you...
all rather squishy.
Yeah, a lot of you are pretty squishy.
Not me.
No, not... The clerics are surprisingly beefy.
Well, okay. One of them is. Anates is not that beefy. Strong, but low armor, kind of?
Yeah, he's kind of low armor, though he still has that cloak that he hasn't been able to look into at all.
Yeah, we know.
I mean, there was the opportunity in Morganwald, but a lot happened in Morganwald.
A lot did happen in Morganwald.
So, I know we technically had a one-shot in between, but there was a long break between the 2 episodes of Springkeep. Did that make it a bit harder to jump back in for you guys?
Made me more excited, but I also didn't remember a lot.
Yeah, because the last one was also the live one, so...
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I should be doing summary recaps after each session for people to be able to read. Like Callie did for Astral.
I got shit memory. Sometimes.
I mean, I definitely don't have the best of memory.
I remembered important bits, I think, but it did take Callie reminding me in the car. Right? Or was it at the dinner table? I don't know. I completely forgot that Kashana shattered our asses. So, like, she could have said nothing and I wouldn't have remembered. I don't think anybody would have remembered.
No, probably not. I mean, it's not like she specifically targeted Velky. It was just
Did
collateral.
I say that? She targeted everybody except for Lore. And
Yeah.
herself.
Right. I mean, that's just how area of effect attacks work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, it works out that people don't spread out because then all the enemies are together. But then it does turn out that so are you.
Yep.
Yep. That's how spatial works.
That is how spatial works, Michael. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I've decided that that's how that works. But so your characters have now had a day or so to wind down from the success that was Morganwald and the saving of Crystal. How is Zin and Velky kind of feeling now that a little bit of time has passed? And by a little, I mean a day.
would like you to define wind down for me.
You had a lot of time to sit and stew.
It feels more like everyone has wound Velky up
Right.
instead of down.
Right. Especially lore. Yep. So then Velky's been wound up. Zin, how's Zin doing?
Zen's kind of meh. It's like we're not going to be able to go back, and there's no guarantee anything we did will change anything.
Yeah, it's hard to say. How does Zin feel about Onatese's almost murdering of the mayor?
Oh yeah, he was there for that.
He was.
Shit.
Well, Mayor kind of needed a bit of a reality check, but maybe not such a harsh reality check.
Yeah. There were definitely other options.
It's a lot of reality for one day.
Especially
Actually,
since Zin saw the donut incident.
yeah.
He did.
That to know
Loves
that
the
Onatase would immediately be like, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot him. And it's like, are you sure?
Here's something I want to bring up with you. I saw something today about possibly just giving an option for like do minimum damage, like 1 point of damage if you're doing something and you're not trying to kill.
Yeah, that is an interesting note. I can take that in consideration. And I mean,
Although it's funnier when we crit on the not lethal thing.
yeah, because
Kind
like
of a lot funnier when just shit happens.
because like I absolutely say if you guys do a melee attack, you can decide to knock someone out instead of killing them. Like instead of slashing them, you just bash them on the head and they pass out. You can absolutely non-lethally do something melee. I think it is harder to do that with magic.
It seems harder to control a spell. Like, you never know what's gonna happen.
Same with like ranged attack. Like if you're gonna shoot someone with a bow and arrow, yeah, you could be like, I'm trying to not hit them in the heart. It's like, well, okay, but as soon as you let that arrow fly, who knows how things pan out. And there's called shots and everything. Like if you're just like, I'm gonna take out his leg, but there's still also the whole. Yeah, there's still also like, okay, but you not only crit, but you absolutely did so much damage that within the mechanics of the world, it's just like, yeah. We discussed this before. Rose was very lucky that Onatase did not kill the mayor.
Yeah. Yeah, there would have been some words had, I'm sure.
Yeah, that would have been a very different start the car moment. Start the car! Start the car!
I'm sure Anataserzen would have tried to puppet the mayor for a bit.
I am actually still really interested in the alternate
like,
world.
Hold him up to the window. Hello, everyone.
Like Woody and Buzz in Toy Story.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Good stuff. I like that. That would have been. I don't think Onatase would have thought of that, but like if
If Onatase had killed the mayor, there's the chance that he'd then go on a bigger killing spree.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're seeing that now, I think.
Yeah, with the gnolls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's every D&D character needs therapy, but I think Onatase needs something special.
Okay.
Chisel?
Like
Chisel.
a chisel, an exorcism maybe.
No. An exorcism. Holy shit. Well, we've got a mason and Velky's a priest. Maybe he can maybe he can figure it out.
We'll just find those darker spots and just get rid of them.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason that he picked up that chunk of Onatase's claw from the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I can't wait for you guys to get back to the Three Masons so we can get that gold put in them.
Every day of my life, I'm excited for the Freemasons. You have no idea.
I suppose there's nothing stopping you from going to a different masonry that might have everything you need.
Actually, there is. It's called I Love the Three Masons.
Mason, and Mason.
All spelt differently? Yes.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's really good. So the other thing that happened this session was we kind of got to learn a bit more about Zintris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I would like to apologize. The Velky forced his hand.
We learned that
Also-
Zin is pretty well read.
Apparently, no one else knows what you told me about the elves.
No, I mean, I'm sure they do, but it's mostly just kind of like, just because you're nobility doesn't mean you very clearly don't care about that, so maybe you didn't pay attention to things like that.
Yeah, and I would like to clarify that Velky does know a lot about the elves, considering where he's spent a lot of his life, but he doesn't really view Zintris in the same light as he views the other elves. They're very different people.
Yeah, I mean,
Hence
Zin is
why
very
Zin
different
left.
from his family, that's for sure. But no, we learned that Zin is pretty well read, and I mean, I initially did kind of intend that if people had questions about Dawnmark, that Zin would be able to to answer them, but nothing ever really came up until now. So hey, at least things finally pay off in that light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I figure as a child he'd probably have been forced to study a lot.
Do you think there was ever a time where he enjoyed that stuff, or do you think it's always been he's hated it?
I don't know. He might have been fascinated by learning about all the new places he'd want to see and explore.
That's fair. I mean, like, the quote I took from you was stepping all over everyone and being confined to a tiny role. There was probably a time in his life where he didn't feel confined.
Maybe.
He is 70 years old.
Maybe when he was
Apparently.
12, he felt better about the whole thing. And then reality hit, and the last 60 years have been shit. God, I love time frames for different races. It's hilarious.
Right? Good.
Everyone was born, and Zintris was like 50.
Oh god, that puts things into a weird perspective.
No, that's really good. That's
Hate
always the
that.
fun. Like I said, elves are good for the advisors because they can live through a couple generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zin was a moody teenager when everyone was born.
Oh my god, his moody teenager phase would have to have been longer. Because,
He's
like,
a moody teenager for at least 100 years.
he would have been a moody teen for, like, 30 years. But, like, for his parents, though, that's just the exact same time reference. So for them, it's just like, ah, yes, teens. And now he's left home, and they're like, this moody teenage phase is lasting a lot longer than it seems.
Damn, why is he still like this? He's acting out. Let him go. He'll be back. He can't live without us. Zintris thriving in the background. Yo, holla!
It'll cut to, like, a year from now, and he's just on a ship. Yo ho, yo ho. Nah, he's thriving. And they're just like, ah, shit, that didn't pan out.
Fuck.
You'll be back, narrator voice, and he never came back. Unless he
Until his
really
friends all
needs to
forced him
go
to.
there to get a reference to get into Ruin's Edge.
If nothing else works, we have to go all the way back to Arden Path just so Zintris can cohort his parents into giving us things.
No, I feel like there'd probably be ways for him to do it from here. I'm not going to make you guys go all the way back. Unless you want to. Hey, if you want to do
If we
it.
go back, we can just get on the ship.
It's true. Or you could take a ship back. That'd probably be faster. Not as convenient, but... Because, like, as convenient as traveling by ship across the ocean is, it's also going on a ship across the ocean, and that brings its own challenges.
Yeah.
Like, imagine having to fight Demon Blight while, like, a sea creature attacks. Oh, sea
That just
creature
sounds
blights.
Inconvenient.
Ooh.
Oh god. Stop thinking about stuff, Michael.
Yeah. You guys also met a goblin family.
Yep.
And I wanted to ask Zin, as someone who comes from a rough family, does seeing a happy family kind of make him a little jealous?
A little.
That's fair. I didn't intend for it, but today I did think about how, like, the exact opposite situation it is. Like, you got Zin's rich, unhappy family, or at least unhappy for him, and this poor family who are just absolutely enjoying life for what it is, despite their hardships. Yeah.
Enjoyable.
Were you guys all ready for an ambush attack again?
I didn't think it would be one, honestly.
I didn't think you'd try to pull the same thing twice, but can't be too cautious.
I don't know. I do believe that Michael would pull the same trick twice, but I don't think he would do it with Gobos.
No. And I think I did mention this, that I had considered back and forth on which would come first, the Goblin family or the ambush attack. And I did decide on this one. Because I think either way it would have been fun. Because, like, you could have gone through the Goblin family and been like, oh man, this is happening again. And then, oh no, ambush. Or come into this one being a little skeptical. Because I'm pretty sure Onates was.
Onates was, from what I remember.
Onates was very ready. And was it Yuzin who's like, is there a Goliath around a tree?
Yes.
Hey, at least you guys are learning. You did a learn.
Yeah, I think Velky would try and trust most people on the road. It's kind of... I don't think he's ever been untrusting immediately.
I'd say it's the opposite. I feel like he trusts all the time and is never suspicious of anyone.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I just didn't use the right words. Like, I don't think he's thought that people were untrustworthy immediately. Except for that one time where those guys came out from the alley. That was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
A trap.
And I mean the Den of Sin thing.
That's just a den of sin. It's not that he doesn't trust those people. He just knows that they love their sinning, you know?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with sinning. It's just a thing that you do.
Says the man of the church.
Yeah. You have options to repent, you know.
I really hope we can someday get Velky to say that in game.
There's nothing wrong with sinning, it's just a thing that you do. Well, see, okay, so there's nothing that you've told me in the Church of Shatir that is specifically a sin.
No.
So I'm just
really.
going based off of the fact that there's no such thing as sinning in this world.
I guess you could consider what courage doing as like the only sin, as the
Cardinal
church who is
sin.
as the church that is sworn to protection, actively destroying the people you're sworn to protect is probably like the sin.
That's a sin right there, but it's not. That's a cardinal sin. That's like the sin that sends you right to hell, not the sin that you can repent for. You know.
Send the tiefling right to hell.
Back from whence he came.
Yeah. Right.
Except not really, because that's not how that works.
No, especially not in this world. But yeah, no, you're right. There isn't anything in the Church of Shatir that's just like, gambling is a sin for arbitrary reasons. But also, please give money to us so we can keep protecting you.
That's
just shaking down the world.
Is there really any difference between the Embrace and the Voidwalkers, really?
It's a shakedown.
Yeah. It's just a very convincing one when yes, people died in the Blight.
The church at least isn't stabbing you directly to your face.
Yeah. It's more like, hey, we're going to protect you, so please give us money so we can live to do this instead of have to do something else.
You know what? You're paying essentially for their life, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that's why it's so expensive to hire a to hire a escort, is because boy is it rough. Like most of the time, nothing.
Tieflings?
Yeah, it's just tieflings. Weird. Why is all the church tieflings? That's the opposite of what I was trying to do.
Tell me.
But no, like, yeah, some of the clerics are very expensive because it's like, what does my life cost to help to keep protecting others, kind of thing. And the opposite effect ended up kind of happening where a lot of people just can't afford escorts
Yeah.
or don't feel like it's worth it because the odds of being attacked are somewhat small.
I feel like they're only somewhat small if you have the lantern. Because you said they attack every night, regardless.
We seem to keep finding a lot of people on the road.
Yeah, it's like it's every night, but it's not like everywhere every night. It's
saying.
Yeah, so it's like people could travel from within Dawnmark without issue and never see any blight, but boy, is like Skydusk having rough times kind of thing. So it's like every night they're somewhere. It's just, what are the odds that it's where you are?
Yeah, you've never really gone into detail about that before.
No, we haven't really brought it up much. But that's kind of how that works. This is the time to do that. This is what this podcast is for. Yeah.
We do seem to hear a lot of laughing during our watches.
Yeah, those cacklers, they're fun ones. I really like their designs. And I really like... Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just thinking about how they're just lore. It's just lore laughing, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's just lore. Just because they can imitate things and make it sound less innocent and stuff. And yeah, the laughter is very creepy. And it's lore. But yeah, no, so that's kind of how I imagine it, is like the Demon Blight do spawn every night. It's just they're not everywhere all the time. It's kind of where they can break through in the night. Because like the barrier is like a barrier, but like it's also a barrier that encloses within. You just don't see it everywhere. If that makes sense. Because like when they break through, they're breaking through where you see them break through, but it's like, yeah.
It makes enough sense.
Yeah, it makes as much sense as is necessary. Which is a lot of my writing style. So yeah, so like the Demon Blight attack every night. It's just they aren't everywhere all at once. That would spell way more disaster, in which case that barrier is shit.
Yeah, I was always really confused about that part.
Because if they could just attack everywhere all at once, there's no point in the barrier at all.
Well, you learn shit every day.
Yeah, that's why some nights you guys don't see anything. They're not there. They're somewhere else. And it's not... it's also not like, oh, there's only one group every night. Like, the world is big. Like, I can't stress that enough. It's a big area. We just see small parts of it and we kind of jump over gaps big. A bit. Oh my god, I can't speak. Yeah. So...
We've also only been in one province this whole time.
You have. I'm excited for you guys to get to Freyanoon. We're now seeing the landscape changing. Getting away from those prairies and farmlands into more wastelandy area. Desolate? No, desolate sounds too harsh.
Dry?
Dry is a good one.
Sounds like auto mid-season.
Yeah, like desolate sounds like desert. But yeah, like that's kind of the thing, is like this is like your middle point of desert to grassland. You got that area between where it's like not super lush but not like completely dead.
Brush?
Sorry. Deserts are not dead, they're full of life, just different life.
Thank you. I was gonna fight you for a second.
Mostly nocturnal life.
Yeah. And bugs.
Lots of bugs. Things that can survive in those harsh climates.
Me.
Yeah, you.
No.
Velky.
I die. Velky!
Velky, who is very tanned.
Velky is very tanned. We haven't talked about that yet.
No, we kind of...
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. He used to be a light blue.
I know. Nobody else knows.
Yeah. No, I am excited for you guys to see the other places, because they're fun. It's fun places. You guys are going to get to Arena Eve, and it's just going to be a completely different feel.
I'm excited for that.
Oh, and I do need to reiterate with the Demon Blight attacks, as far as the world is concerned, Morin Ren has said there is none.
Right.
Yeah. So. Yeah. How are you guys? Oh no, we didn't finish talking about the Goblin family. Did you guys like them?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad. The kids were fun to come up with. They were a lot of fun to play. I like playing children.
Do you?
Yeah, just the innocent wide-eyedness of it. Like, because, like, the thing about a fantasy setting is everyone's used to the fantasy setting. Because they've lived in it. But children are still learning about it. So it's just like, they get to see these things that maybe happen all the time, but to them it's the first time. So, like, magic is new and exciting, and traveling is always a journey. Fireworks are dangerous, but pretty. So children just get to experience these things, and it's fun to play a character experiencing things for the first time.
That's super fair, especially considering most of the children you've given us have already been jaded.
Name 3.
Delphi, and the 2 little guys whose names I can't remember. Starts with an E. You know. Maybe it doesn't start with an E. I don't know.
Was it the survivor we found in Haywood technically a child, or like a teenager?
That's
Technically.
Yeah, she was a child.
She was 16, I believe.
Yes.
So a child. So there's 2.
You know who I'm talking about. The kids that ran away at the beginning. I can't remember their names, Michael.
Oh,
He's doing this
priests?
on purpose. Yeah, the Princeps. He's specifically
Oh,
not telling
Emmett and Tone.
Thank
yes.
you.
Okay, yes.
Jesus
Sorry.
Christ.
Yeah, okay, yes, they are also children. They are teenagers. You are correct. Yeah. Okay, there's 4.
Teenagers or children.
Yeah. There was 4. Okay, there's 4. You beat me. You got me.
That's like all the children you've given me except for the gnomes.
Quick question.
Valky
Points.
was done, you know, pretty early in too.
Here's a quick question. Can either of you name all the Princeps?
No.
I only can because I have them written in my character sheet notes.
I can give you Monvi and I can give you Wilhelms, and now I can give you Emmett.
Yep. You almost got all of them
And
there.
Tone.
And Tone. That just leaves 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
Roselle and I'm probably going Butcher Morn Ren's Amarada?
Amarda.
Marta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is Totes dead?
Shit.
What?
Who is Totes
They
dead?
died at the beginning.
Yeah, they
That
died
was
at the
whole
beginning.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They died. They died. They died.
And then Monvi has
2 left.
half an arm.
Yeah, Mommy lost a hand. Gotta give them a hand.
A nice
Can't believe
mechanical
this.
one.
And Wilhelms is really old, so hey, things are going great.
Yeah.
Wilhelms is old and without an heir.
Yeah.
Although technically I don't think anyone currently has an heir, though it didn't seem like that big of a deal until 2 disappeared and 1 died.
You could argue that the entire church is his heir.
You could.
They are all his children.
Since we as
Theoretically.
players do now know that you don't have to be of the Princeps bloodline to rule by decree of a crystal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it depends on if the crystal would glow for one of the church members.
Pass it around like hotcakes.
Take one down, pass it around.
It's like you gotta give everybody a shoe so they can see if it fits their foot. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, you just pass it around and hopefully no one steals the artifact. Just
Yeah, that
always
would be
have
really
like a
funny.
sword to their neck as they're putting it on. It's like if you make a move, gonna take a little off the top.
Just a little though.
Just a little. You're gonna lose a foot or so by losing your head.
I guess. Is your head? Yeah, I guess your head could be a foot long.
It could be. It could be $5.
Everyone will just be a head taller.
Oh man, I'm
Okay,
just
bye.
realizing a lot of the people in the party have pointy ears.
Yes, everybody except for Kashana and Anates.
Yeah. And Keiko didn't have ears.
Yep. Everybody also has long hair in the party except for Anates.
It's true, yeah.
Everybody has ponytails.
Ah, I need to discuss with Rose if Onate's hair grows. It has to, right?
Question. Maybe he can grow it at will. He just needs to collect enough dust. Maybe if he rolls around in the sand long enough, he'll get long hair.
Here, this is unprecedented, but I'm going to send a message to Rose. And
Hello,
we'll
we
see
need a
if she
quick
answers.
question.
It doesn't matter if you're in the middle of your magic turn.
Oh, that's right. I thought there was
She'll
a
answer
reason she said
eventually.
she couldn't join tonight, because I'm like, I'm pretty sure Rose said she had something going on, but I couldn't remember what it was. Thank you for reminding me. Because I also remember yesterday I was going to be like, if there was a way for me and Rose to play Magic over the computer, I would like to find out how.
I'm pretty sure there is. I remember, like,
Without
some
me
kind of
having to
program.
build a deck.
Yeah, there was like some kind of program another group I was in
Okay.
used for a bit.
This is when I announced the
can't
Springkeep
remember it.
card game tie-in.
You can kiss my ass.
I would not make
I
you do
refuse
that.
to learn all of the rules. I
Oh,
can't. It's hard
that's the
enough
problem.
as is.
Okay.
What about Triple Triad?
What the fuck does that mean? Leave me alone.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
It's the card game in Final Fantasy VIII.
I've
Oh,
never played Final Fantasy
haven't
VIII.
either.
I want out.
A lot of games make their own card game stuff. I know Dishonored did that as well.
There's Gwent.
I would be shocked if there wasn't a card game in one of the Dragon Age games.
Unless you count tarot cards.
Yeah. Do you play a game with tarot cards in there?
No.
Oh. That's kind of
I don't
surprising.
recall playing any games in Dragon Age. Other than the game itself.
Huh. That's actually kind of
No,
surprising.
Don't know what this has to do with Springpeek, but
Oh, just me being like, and this is when I announce our tie-in card game. It was just a joke.
Can Zintris play card games?
I think so.
Probably.
Do you think Zintris would have enough patience to teach Velky how to play card games?
I mean, he was teaching Keiku how to read.
Yep.
It was.
This is completely different, though.
Is it?
Yes. He's not teaching Velky how to read cards. He's teaching Velky how to play cards. Do you think he has the patience?
He's 70.
Probably.
He probably has a lot more patience than you expect.
You see, I only ask this because Velky can be very annoying. I am pretty sure he has pushed Zintris to say a lot already.
Yeah.
Do you imagine if he could do that over cards? You're doomed. Zintris.
Oh my
doomed.
god, Zintris is only just younger than Wilhelm's.
Why did you say that to my face? How dare you? Old man, young baby Xehanort over here.
Actually, let me double check his
Actually,
canonical
yeah.
age.
Zin is only 40.
Oh, I thought he was 70.
I swear to God, 70 was discussed at some point.
Okay, if he's only 40, then that's less jokes, but still pretty funny. He was 20 when everyone was born.
He's still in his, like, drastic teenager phase then, I see.
There's the princess. Wilhelm's is 68.
So if he was 70, he would have been older. See, you make Wilhelm sound like he's in his 90s half the time.
Because he looks it.
Yeah, but when you talk about him,
Yeah.
you make him sound like he's in his 90s.
This
Like
is
that he's
also
on his deathbed.
This is also a fantasy setting.
Yeah.
Life expectancy isn't that high.
Yeah,
I
my
get that.
my main
Just really
descriptor of Wilhelm's is bald and looks near 20 years older than he actually is.
Guess that's fair. Sure is how you described him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess that explains why he has a baby face.
No, I
Michael,
gotta.
I want you to do me a favor, and I
Uh-huh.
want you to find that on your show him on stream right now.
Easy.
Thank you. Matt, you've seen this
Yeah,
Hero Forge
absolutely.
figure, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Boss Baby Xehanort. Just keep that in mind. Just think about that.
Because Hero Forge didn't let me make an old man. It doesn't give you that option.
There
Which
he
is
is.
You ever
weird.
tried to 3D print wrinkles?
God, there he is. Oh, that's so funny. Whew. That grin.
It's
The face that haunts me in my dreams.
I tried my best. And I think I did
No, it's good.
decent.
No, I love it, like, so much.
I'll,
Like,
I'll go in to see if I can, if they've added old features. And just for fun, here's Momvi.
it just makes me happy because I like to picture, I like to picture Wilhelms as the kind of person that just smiles a lot.
Yeah.
Because of that. Like, he's just always
Yeah.
got a really big grin on his face.
Yeah, that was the second descriptor. A perpetual kind smile, an air of warmness.
Really,
Uh-huh.
I think he'd scream a lot.
Why? Because he's Boss Baby?
Oh no, Wilhelm's been Norded.
Oh! Right.
You got there eventually.
The Wilhelm scream.
Oh my god. Okay, when next time he's in on screen, I'm gonna have that prompted.
Thank you. I can't believe I forgot that was a thing. I talk about that all the time.
Or if he dies, I need it to play.
Excuse me. That's not allowed to happen.
Well, I mean, Amarta
Michael.
did.
Yeah, but Belky doesn't know Amarta, so it's irrelevant.
Doesn't matter.
He'll be on his deathbed dying of natural causes. He'll just go, ah!
So, about halfway through this session of ours, we gotta talk about the banner.
Oh yeah.
Art.
Art. Got a couple of sea dogs.
Damn it, Michael.
It's a very soft banner this time. Very soft, very cute. I like that Kashana's hands go around their ears.
I feel like we deserve some kindness after the bullshit that we've had to deal with.
Yeah. That's absolutely fair.
I almost choked on ginger ale.
It's just too cute. No, everything about it's really soft, including the heart. This was very well colored. Thank you very much for this masterpiece, Mel.
You're welcome.
And very clever use of the session number.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's another
love
thing
it.
I'd like to point out, that Zintrus is the only one without piercings of any kind.
Yes,
Kashana have piercings?
she does.
Yep.
She has earrings.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
Yeah. Actually,
It's too far away from the screen.
from this picture,
Like-
Kashana and Laura almost look like they have matching earrings.
I was using a limited color palette.
Yeah, but I like that idea. I'll have to mention
you're
that to them
gay.
to see if they can do it. Like when you guys get to Pinecrest, just be like, we're gonna buy matching earrings. They'd be the couple that put each other's names in their Twitter bios.
Gross. So cute. Disgusting. Hate it. Love them.
So other thing I want to mention is we kind of talked about some memes in our chat. I'm going to bring it up on the screen here.
Oh, I was like, what memes? Are we just sharing our memes now?
No, 'cause-
I have to finish that Halloween meme before Halloween is over.
Did I delete it? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Whoa, that is way bigger than I expected it to be. Why is it So huge.
That's what she said?
Jesus, it is huge.
Yeah.
Also, fuck you, Matt.
Okay, so we're just going to discuss your guys' characters. We'll go across the top. Natural, good. Gilla, the bird flu. Yeah, they tend to do that. Is that accurate or not?
Yeah, probably.
Jesus Christ almighty, why would you do that? I wasn't prepared.
Because I tried my best at these. But I'm glad that you
Except the
agreed.
bird I'm sharing the box with.
It's true, the bird. Velky, you're telling me I shrimp fried this rice? Is that accurate?
Enough. I accept.
Yeah.
So technically he is not chaotic good?
No, he's not.
Oh wait, is he chaotic good?
Oh, wait. I don't think he is.
I think he's neutral good. If not lawful.
Yeah.
But that being said, yes, you're telling me a shrimp fried this rice, he'd be very confused if somebody said shrimp fried rice to him.
Yeah. Here's some shrimp fried rice. For his interest, what's upstairs? They can't talk.
Yeah, he can be kind of literal sometimes.
Yeah. And then Fleer, based on what?
Very accurate. The most.
Would you guys have put either of yourselves in different spots on this one?
Honestly, I couldn't really think of one to really put Zin into, because, like, Zin himself does not crack that many jokes.
No. And a lot of
Or
these
it's-
are
Yeah.
a lot of these are jokes that are just kind of like very, I don't know what's the word, ditzy in a way. I don't know.
Telling me this interest isn't ditzy?
He's
I don't know, Matt. The most ditzy character.
he's kind of the straight man of the group in more than way than one.
Yeah. I love that for him, honestly. When are we gonna go back to Arden Path and meet Zentress's wife that he secretly has?
But
I
I
don't-
can find one IRL.
Oh.
Matt, you don't have to be dating somebody to do D&D romance with them.
No, I know.
Well, that's when I just throw an NPC at you.
And also, to answer your question earlier, if I was gonna give Velky a different one, it would be Lore's Space.
Oh yeah, Chef's Kiss. Do they really?
Do they? Do they really?
I mean,
Do Chef's Kiss?
I mean, you got the
Do you
Tater
take
and
that
Tot.
personal?
Damn, you right.
Tater and Tot do canonically kiss. Not that it's happened in game. I haven't been kissing myself on stream, but
Damn, that's unfortunate,
yeah.
I guess.
Also, thank you, Mel, for the pictures of everyone in this cute chibi style.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's very nice. I like getting a good consistent look across everyone on the board. Yeah.
Time for the spin-off Springkeep chibi.
Where everything is fine and nothing bad happens.
That should be the April Fool's game.
Yeah. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I
just have
checked and
laughing
April Fool's is
nonstop.
on a Friday.
No, I remember that, but that's
Yeah.
not the point. You know? The point is that our April Fool's Day could be a day or two early.
It'll be like the weird spin-off where they're all in kindergarten for some reason.
Yeah.
Even though that's not how that happened.
Even though they originally didn't meet until they were adults.
Yep. That's fine. Spin-offs can be whatever you want them to be. Oh, I got messages. Is it Rose? It's Rose.
I want an alternate universe where everybody met as literal babies.
So I messaged. Oh, interesting. This is interesting. So I said, hey, quick Springpeek question for you. Does Anastase's hair grow? And she responds, that's complicated. Technically, yes. It grows as he grows, quote unquote, stronger. Whatever the fuck that means.
He's Samson! We're gonna have to shave
I
him
was going to say.
to lose all of his powers.
So we now know. his connection to Voshin dies when he is shaved hair.
That's really fun. So
Yeah.
every level up, does that mean that Anastase's hair grows a little bit longer?
I
That would explain why I've been drawing
guess.
it longer by accident all the time.
Oh my god, the puffy afro just gets bigger and bigger till level 20 is just taking up the entire cart.
Everybody's eating dirt all of the time.
It's really dusty in
because
here.
it's just made of dust.
Lore just has a Swiffer on hand all the time.
Damn.
Just need it. Shout out to Swiffer, hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag
Good.
please sponsor. I want money. If we ever made money off this game, we'd absolutely split it amongst everyone.
I was about to say, if we ever made money off of this, would I get paid real money?
Yes,
Not fun bucks?
correct. If we ever need to
yeah.
like separate this from my regular stream and make it its own thing, like a very famous group did, it would split amongst everyone in it.
No
So-
more fun bucks.
No more fun bucks. Yeah, so absolutely we would get paid. And by we I mean everyone would get paid.
Just us three.
Just us three. Okay, we're gonna no I don't think anyone else is watching right now, so we're gonna make this pact right here.
Dallie's in the stream.
If she doesn't say anything though, then she's not listening.
Goodness.
That's not true. She could very well be listening, in which case I'll hear later how she deserves money too. Which she
We all
does.
deserve money.
We all deserve money.
She also
We all
just
work
has
hard.
to walk upstairs.
Yeah. Those stairs are dangerous, man. I fall on them all the time. I need to like install an escalator in my own home. And then I would be on it all the time because I love escalators so much. No escalators in Springkeep. That's a lie. I just lied. Sorry.
Where are they? I want Velky to go on an escalator. That would be so funny.
They would
He would be crying the whole time.
They would be in Skydusk. There is a non-0% chance that Lore has been on an escalator.
Oh my god. I just have the greatest vision of Velky's tail getting stuck in the escalator like your shoelaces do.
Oh no. It has a
And then
sensor.
you cry.
It has a sensor that the moment tails get caught, it shuts down.
Good stuff.
I can't even say that, no, it's well designed enough because I have already stated that the technology being built is still very rudimentary.
Sometimes you just don't know what to do on an escalator and your tail gets stuck, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you just kind of step on and oh no.
It's
How
like
do I
when
get
you go
off?
when you go into one of those rides at the fair and it's like, please keep your hands, head, shoes, and feet inside the ride at all times. It's just like your tail inside
Yeah.
the ride at all times.
Keep horns, arms, legs, tails, and any other peripherals that your body may have inside the ride at all times. So,
They are non-liable.
Velky, did talking to Lore help?
Ugh. Help what?
Good question.
Elaborate, Michael. I can't answer your question unless you're more specific.
Help with whatever it was he was feeling about the Onate situation beforehand.
I think that depends on a lot of things. It
Okay.
depends on what you think his problem was. Firstly.
Probably deciding what his feelings are versus what the answer should be.
No, he already knows what his feelings are.
Okay.
He knew what his feelings were before.
Okay.
The problem is deep-rooted in his subconscious.
Okay.
And we can go through it, because he kind of brought it up to Lore, but not, like, specifically.
Yeah.
And that's in that everybody he has ever loved has died a horrific death, or gone missing.
Like Orlin.
Yeah.
Fair.
So it's, or his parents.
Yeah. Well, that's the obvious died part, but the missing part would be Orlin.
Yeah. And so there's like this conundrum of, if I like this person, what's gonna happen? Like, what if they die? What if I die? You know?
Very real
It's
thing.
the concept of not letting yourself like people because losing them hurts too much.
I definitely feel like there's probably a lot of people within the church that just never, like, have families. Just because there's that risk of being killed by the blight, and that's just a rough thing to leave behind.
Yeah. He'd also be afraid because, like, you can kind of assume, based on reactions that you've seen from most of the cast, how they might react to potential death or injury.
Velky freaks out.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. But he also he doesn't know how Anates would react to that, because Anates is kind of volatile, really. If you think about it a little too hard, what's gonna happen, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Velky gets punched in the face by a demon blight and Anates loses his shit. So,
Yes, exactly.
like, what happens if it's irreparable?
Fair.
He's just afraid of the repercussions outside of that, because everybody lives a very hard life here.
They do.
And
it's
when
all fun and
Lore
games,
said,
but every now and then you guys have, like, gotten very close to dying a lot.
yeah. And so when Lore said that means that he should live in the moment more, like, yes, it kind of helped, but he's still fucked up, so it's irrelevant.
Sometimes you're being run out of town and you just kiss the person you love.
Exactly. So he wasn't able to voice himself very well to Lore because he panicked a little, I think, in being called out, but I wouldn't say that it did not help. Well, thank you for that sudden
Yeah,
smooch.
sometimes you kiss the person you love.
Oh, okay, it just was really delayed on my screen.
Yeah, it's delayed for you to see it on stream, yeah.
Sorry to everybody 2 minutes from now seeing that.
No, that's fair. And I think that's very valid reasoning on Velky's part. Especially since Anates himself has been close to death once already.
Yep.
I don't think Velky's been...
Velky. Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he's gone down
went
to zero.
once.
Yeah, he's been down to zero. I guess Anates is just harder because it has been the permanent injury thing. So it's just... Yeah, no, it's scary to consider that. And I do feel like Lore's reaction is valid and Velky's reaction is valid. So it's just interesting to see these two different ideals, kind of, or not ideals, but like two different outlooks on the situation of, like, if we're faced with death every day, what do you do? Do you just decide no, or do you decide you have to take it while you can, kind of thing?
Yeah.
And I mean, we kind of see it a bit in other ways. I mean, we didn't get into it, but clearly Skryia and Barry never, like, officially got together.
Right, yeah, that was mentioned.
And I mean, a big part of that...
taken an air.
Yeah, like, a big part of Skryia and Barry is definitely the fact that they're located in different cities. Yes, they're close, but they're still having to run two churches that are 3 days apart. So... Yeah. And in this world, it's not, like, it's already hard enough to do a long-distance relationship in our technologically advanced world.
Right, for sure.
Sure, there's probably sending spells, but, like, man, 25-word conversations back and forth.
It's back when Twitter was only 24 characters.
Yeah, so it's just like, man, that it'd be rough to do that. So, it's definitely hard, and it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Meanwhile, Zin's at the sidelines being like, I don't know what the big deal is.
I want to know Zintrus's stance on romance so fucking bad. Like, he has to watch all of this bullshit
Has
happen.
Zin dated before?
There was this question earlier, and I remember Matt saying that Zintris hasn't not dated,
That's fair. I mean, it's just
or
yeah.
rather that he hasn't not kissed somebody. I think that's what it was.
It was something like he has definitely had romantic interests in the past.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean,
Where's Zin's romance? Let me in, Matt.
We'll
I'm
get
knocking,
there.
but you can't hear me.
I mean, if Matt doesn't want to do it, he doesn't have to. We're not going to force it.
Of course.
It's just, yeah. That doesn't
just wanna
mean
know
that
if
people
he's
aren't going to see a
romantically
hot
inclined.
elf and swoon.
Right?
It's going to be like Gaston with those three ladies. There's actually probably an interesting thing there where it's like, you know how like in Victorian era, there's a lot of that whole you try to marry up thing. There's
Yeah.
probably a bit of that when, like, with the elves being so prestigious as they are, even though a lot of the elves stick to just dating elves, there probably is a little bit of that actively trying to marry an elf for the class.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Me.
I personally don't go out of my way to try and hit on the player characters. Especially since now some player characters have decided that they've got interest in each other.
I don't know. I think it would still be funny to hit on the player characters. Michael, you specifically told me that the reason nobody's ever flirted with Velky is because he wears church robes.
Yes. Yep. That is true.
What's the excuse for everybody else?
Onates is too hot.
Fair. Legs so hot he fry an egg.
I mean, like, I have mentioned before that, like, people stare at Onates whenever he goes topless. And by topless, I mean without the cloak.
Yep.
So it's just like,
essentially is
it's...
topless. He doesn't have a shirt.
You don't have a shirt or shoes.
No shirt, no shoes, no surface.
I imagine that they don't have rules like that because there are probably some races that find it very difficult to wear shirts.
Absolutely. That wouldn't make sense. And also, some people just can't have shoes.
Yeah. So it's just like, that'd be a very rude thing. Although now that I'm
really
thinking about
funny.
it, a turtle trying to fit in a t-shirt.
Why would you do that?
That's
It's
just-
tube tops only.
Oh, really? I thought it'd be a turtleneck.
Wow. Wow, you're gonna do that right to my face?
No, I'm gonna do it
For
over
shame.
Discord.
Rude.
Yeah. So anyway, Velky asked Onates to sleep with him.
It was not the way it was intended to come out. Like I said, he's still fucked up.
Yeah. It was just
But
really
he
funny.
sure did say that that was words that came out of his mouth, yes.
Yes, those were the words that did there come out of his darn good mouth.
He did diddly darn say that speech thing.
I definitely froze for a second at that.
You know what? I am... This is really good because it's just... I had visions because I didn't mean to say it that way either. It just came out of my mouth. And I had visions of that fist one bald guy thing happening. You just simply speak words without thinking.
you just say words sometimes. And for anyone who doesn't know, Fist One Bald Guy came about from the guess the anime title from these emojis, and it was
One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
But I thought it was Fist One Bald Guy. I said, what the hell kind of anime is that? Fist One Bald Guy? And
I was like, what?
I simply do not exist. It's fine. So I mean, Velky gets some of his tripping over words from me, for sure.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, that wasn't kind of what intended to come out of my mouth, but it is what came out of my mouth, so I just went with it. I'm glad that it tripped other people up, because...
I mean, it tripped up the person it needed to.
Yeah. You.
Me. Yeah. No. Thank you for that. Absolutely a beautiful moment for our
Fucking
show.
iconic.
It is. That is one of the, that is an iconic. I need to go clip that. We need to save that. That needs to go in the archive of best moments. Yeah. No. It out of like in context understood what you meant, but the wording and the timing.
Yep, everything was awful.
As we're about to get flattened by
I
these
was pretty
knolls.
embarrassed, but you know. This is why I don't flirt in real life.
Fair.
This is why my characters don't flirt. Because the shit that comes out of my mouth, absolutely ridiculous. You think I think before I speak? No.
No. I don't think.
Inconceivable.
Yeah.
No thoughts, head empty.
So as we're starting to wind down now, is there any questions you guys have for me?
How were the gods created?
They just did.
They just did.
They just did.
They exist.
They exist. These number of gods. These X number of gods. Solve for X. You guys know of a
man.
few of them.
I know of 3 of them.
Which 3?
Oh, never mind. I know of more than 3. I was like, wait, hold on. Hold up. I forgot about that Sympath guy and that Wish Lady person.
Uh-huh. You guys know of Shatir, Wish, Sympath, Votion, and Odicus.
Yeah, I know 5.
Yeah.
Do we really know about Odicus? Has Kashana ever told the rest of us about him?
We know of him because she often says things like, oh, Odicus, and I'm gonna pray to Odicus.
Okay, fair.
But she's never, like...
Yeah, I don't think she's
sat
ever
down and
actively
told us
talked about
us.
yeah. I don't think she's ever actively said, oh yeah, this is my god, to the party openly. She talked to Darian and everyone was there for that, so I guess everyone heard about it then. I guess, hey, there's a conversation point that someone can bring up at some time. I think she's also maybe talked a bit about having found Odicus in a ruin, so now she's going to the ruins to find out more. I think she's talked about that.
Callie has talked about that. I don't know if Kashana has talked about that.
I feel like it came up at some point, but
I'm sure it has, but I don't
Yeah.
recall. Like, as far as I'm aware, like, as far as it makes it seem, Kashana's only wanting to go to Ruin's Edge for lore,
okay.
because that's, like, the first time she asked about Ruin's Edge was with Algernon, and she specifically was talking about lore at the time.
Yeah. So
And which we never got to see as the party. So I don't really
Correct.
know. Like, I can't recall a specific time where Kashana has sat down and said, I'm going to Ruin's Edge for such and such a reason.
okay, that's fair.
Doesn't mean it hasn't happened, just as I can't remember.
Yeah, and I don't take notes of what happens in games right now. I'm going to once I get around to it.
Wow. Okay, that's my question for you, Michael. When are you going to get around to it?
When I get my pencil.
Oh my god, imagine using a different pencil.
Can't be me.
Outstanding.
No, I'll probably start next session. Start using my journal, and because I try to mark some things down while we're playing, but I feel like my keyboard's so loud.
That's fair.
So I'm going
And
to
I also
instead.
understand you're paying more attention to what's happening in the moment rather than stopping to take notes.
Yeah. But I'm going to try to take notes as things happen just to keep better track of things.
But you could always go back and re-listen.
I could. Yeah,
Maybe. I don't know.
maybe. That's a big commitment of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm already
Nobody
being
got
like,
time
okay,
for
I'm going to
that.
try and start including music into the sessions.
Which we can't even hear.
Now, you guys can't hear, that's true.
Can you give me the playlist when you make it?
Yeah.
And then
I
I
should
can
be able
listen
to.
to it later. I
Yeah,
can
I
teach
see.
you
I see it
how
right
if
here.
you
It
need.
says link, so I can definitely send you a link.
You can.
How about a Zelda?
Oh no.
It says save, so I think
Oh
so.
no. Oh, boo. Boo, Matt. Boo.
He does. He comes to town.
Stop. I don't know. I can't think of any questions. I feel like I peaked with my last question, like my first,
Yeah,
like last time I was on.
that's
Um,
fair.
okay, so I asked the tea question. What about specific smells? If you like give everybody a scent, what would it be? Or a flower, not looking at the actual flower list that I have. Gimme. Give.
Smells are interesting.
Yep.
Um,
Like you could
We
pick
did.
candle scents if you want.
no.
Didn't we do flowers with everyone in the Discord at
That's
one
why I
point?
said he can't look at the list.
Yeah. Let's go with scents. Um, Onatase's scent would be
Please say dirt. I'm kidding. Don't say dirt.
probably the pond, like a pond smell.
Hmm? Wet.
Yeah. Kashana,
Smells like wet rocks.
wet rocks. Yeah. Kashana smells like flowers.
Kind of flowers. Every flower has a different smell. Be specific. I'm
Like
kidding.
a
You don't have
flower
to be
shop,
specific. Oh.
where it's like just an overwhelming scent of a lot
Overwhelming.
of things.
Hmm.
Um, Lore smells like cold.
What?
Cold.
No, I heard what you said, but what does that mean?
It's what I said.
Michael, that doesn't make sense.
You know how
Are you
like
talking?
when it's cold
Elaborate.
outside?
Okay, because I was thinking you meant more like cold medicine.
Oh, no, no, no. Like when it's cold outside, how there's that kind of weird.
So it smells like tin.
Yeah, like tin and snow.
Smells like the frosty night air.
Yeah, yeah. Um Zin smells like mm, that's a tough one.
Smells like your daddy's got money.
I keep wanting to say like a party that's gone on for too long.
Sweat and booze?
Kind of. Because it's
Then
like
you
you
smell
gotta
like
get out
sweat
of
and
there as
booze.
soon as possible.
I get the feeling behind it.
Yeah.
It's like Michael in the bathroom style.
Yeah. So
Like you're trapped and there's no way out.
yeah, so it's just like kind of
But
that
you can
smell.
totally
It's just
tell
like
that there's people outside reefing and you just want to leave.
yeah, you just gotta leave. So that's Zen smell for me is just like trapped, gotta get out of here. This party's been going on too long.
Definitely smells more like a concept than a smell. But
Yeah,
I'll take it.
but I mean, like, I guess like the best way to put that then is for a way for me to actively. It kind of smells like a pub does, or like a club does near the end of the night, where you just smell awful. But not that Zin himself smells awful. It's just like
Yeah.
I just think about Zin and his backstory, and it's just like I gotta get out of here. So yeah, that's
Smells
just
like teen spirit.
yeah, it smells like Teen Spirit. Velky smells like charred wood.
I feel like this is rude. But I feel like this is
That's-
super homophobic of you.
It is a little bit. That's just the first thing that comes to mind. Is I just think of charred wood. I'm sorry.
Fucking dare you. Okay, so here's how I would have answered all of those.
Okay.
Unless you have more for me.
No, I'm good.
Okay, well, for me, I would say Zinters would smell more like parchment and ink.
Okay.
That's how I would. I mean,
That makes
teen
more sense than
spirit,
what I did.
delicious. I think Lore smells like sunshine. I agree with Kashana 100%. Just like that, just it smells like a flower shop. Or mischief. I think that Anates would smell strangely like a beach. You know?
Okay.
Maybe saltwater and sandy kind of stuff. And if I would give Velky a smell, it would be incense and myrrh, because why not?
Yeah. Fair.
Brian
I
smells
feel-
like cat balls.
I feel
I
like
definitely
you.
meant catnip. I'm sorry.
Mel, you're the best. I love you.
Bruh. What do you feel like, though?
I feel like your answers are way more well thought out than mine.
I didn't think. I simply spoke.
Yeah.
While you were speaking, I was thinking about what I would change. I'm
Right.
like, yes.
To the correct answers.
No. Your answers are correct. They're valid. Matt,
Yep.
help me pick a really fun question to ask Michael. Let's see. What about... Ooh, Matt, what do you think about Michael assigning everybody an animal that isn't a ferret or a rat?
Okay, sure.
Go, Michael, go!
Okay.
Give everybody an animal assignment. What animal are they like?
That isn't a ferret or a rat.
No, that's too obvious. Weasel is too close to ferret. You cannot use weasel. You can't use a marmoset either.
What about an otter?
Acceptable.
Velky is a dog.
Whoa.
Specifically a puppy.
Interesting. I've always
Yeah.
seen him more cat-like. Tell me more.
Just because very loyal. Kind of always has a cheery outlook on life. And I can very much picture Velky wagging his tail.
He does wag his tail, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, I accept this. You are correct.
Onate is definitely a lion.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he's already got the mane.
Now that reminds me, I did assign Velky as a lamb, but I accept dog. I think dog is a good answer. Continue.
Yes. Now the harder ones.
Especially lore.
Kashana. Probably a bird. Not any specific bird, but just to stretch her wings to explore and learn. Lore. Every animal.
No.
The whole kingdom.
False. You might have been able to get away with that for Anates just because he's a druid. But no.
A chameleon.
Because you said the exact same thing with the T, and I'm sick of this.
Yeah. How about a chameleon?
Chameleon is acceptable.
Yeah. For a very similar reason of like constantly changing.
Yeah.
But works out really nice. And Zen. For some reason, I really want to say shark.
Why shark?
Hell yeah! How come Zen gets to be the cool animal?
Because sharks can only go forward and not go back.
Whoa. Deep.
I mean, they can turn around, but they can't like backtrack. Yeah.
I was looking at Zin, like I was specifically looking at the picture, and the first thing that came to my brain, specifically because of the colors, was ostrich. So I appreciate the shark. It's like, this guy's a feather duster if I've ever seen one. I'm gonna draw Zintrus in a maid outfit.
Ah, yes, please. Actually, can we get the entire cast in maid outfits eventually?
Sure.
That'd be great.
I'll design everybody maid outfits based on their personality. But Zintrus gets the feather duster. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules.
Would Kashana's just be burnt in her hand?
Maybe.
So, that's my answer for those. Those are fun ones.
Thanks for amusing me. I appreciate it.
We got a puppy, a lion, a bird, a shark, and a chameleon. Keiku's already an animal.
He's killing me. I love that.
Which one is killing you?
Shark.
Shark. Yeah, no, I just got shark.
What kind of shark?
So anyway,
Michael, you can't do this to me. You know I love sharks.
probably
Thrasher, shark. That's the best shark. That's my favorite shark.
tiger shark.
They have the really... No. Yeah, okay. Well, did you know that tiger sharks are the most aggressive shark next to bull sharks?
Are they?
Actually, I don't know if that's true or not. I can't remember. I know the bull sharks are very aggressive.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess we wanted to go off of Zin's color scheme on orca, but
Killer whale, also an aggressive animal.
yeah, no, I like shark. I like the whole theming of only go forward. So, thank you both so much for joining me tonight. I hope you guys had fun.
Always. Though I'm never gonna be able to not think of sharks and Zintrus now.
Good.
And ostriches. I want Zintrus to put his head in the dirt. It's kind of what it feels like he does when everybody's just doing things, and he's like, I'm just gonna stick my head in the ground and not pay attention to you idiots. Goodbye.
Y'all can be
I'm
disasters
sorry,
on
you
your
did
own.
What now? Get your gay disaster zone out of here.
Yeah. But anyway, next week we'll pick up after the Knoll fight, where Onates maybe is just going to slit all their throats, I guess. I guess we'll find out. You guys got some treasure as well, so that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
And one very stomped horn.
One very stomped horn.
That poor horn. Lore really wanted that horn.
Yeah.
We had
I'm glad that I'm glad that Lore didn't get that horn. Just throwing that out there.
Cast Thunderwave with horn.
No. Boo.
Boom.
No boo.
So we'll pick up again with the next session, and I hope you guys have a fantastic evening.
You too, goodbye.
Bye.